Hey everybody, before this video starts, I did want to let you know that Gobege, the company that sent me this air compressor out, they sent me an extra one to give it away to one of you guys. Couple things: you have to live in the continental United States, you have to like this video, you have to be a channel subscriber, and you have to leave a comment below on this video. I'm going to give you guys till Thanksgiving of this year, 2023, and at that time I'm going to put everyone's name in a hat, we're going to draw a winner, and then I'll contact that person, I'll get your address and all that stuff, and we'll get all this sent out to you. Anyway, enjoy the video. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. So we got a gear review for this video. I had a company reach out to me. It's called Gobege. They sent me out an air compressor.
It's gonna be legend, wait for it, dairy.
And you know, I kind of want to see how this works compared to my ARB air compressor, and then we're also going to compare it to just a regular 20-gallon air compressor and then a small Cobalt one that I've been running in my Jeep JT for the past year or so. So anyway, what we're going to do is I have my Jeep JK here. We have all four wheels all the way aired down. And when I say all the way aired down, I literally pulled the valve stems. I ran all the air out of all four tires. So on this side as well. And then over here. Essentially, by doing this, I returned the JK back to stock ride height because now it sits about as, you know, where it would sit if it was a stock Jeep. All right, so what we plan on doing is we're going to turn on all four of these compressors all at the same time. We're going to let them run for a couple minutes and just see which one's going to air up the tires the fastest. So I do want to do a quick rundown of each one of the compressors that we're going to be using today, starting with the Gobege model. So this is called the Gobege Heavy Duty Compressor. It is on Amazon. It is approximately $159 on Amazon. Next, we're going to be comparing it to the ARB single compressor. This I do have hard mounted into my Jeep. It's been hard mounted for a couple of years now. The single ARB air compressor retails for about $325, so literally double the price of the Gobege. And then they do make the dual one as well, which is in the $700 range. So moving over to the other side of the vehicle here. So this is a Cobalt brand. I believe it's the Lowe's makes this. I think it's one of their brands that they use. I've had this in the back of my JT for a couple of years now. Actually, when we went to Colorado recently, this is the compressor I used to air up from 15 PSI up to 30. It took forever. Each tire took between 10 and 15 minutes just to get that air back up there. It'll do the job, it's just gonna take a while. And because of that, that's why it's the cheapest on this list. It's only 90 bucks for this. And lastly, we have this big boy here. This is the compressor that I keep in my house. This is a Husky brand. It's 175 PSI. It's a 20-gallon tank. This retails for right around $300. I couldn't find this exact one anymore. I think they discontinued it. They do make one just like it, but it's 200 PSI. So it's pretty much the same exact thing. It's just the PSI is a little bit higher. So the pros to the big 20-gallon tank, by far, this is going to be the fastest one. You know, we haven't timed them out yet, but I guarantee you this is going to fill up the tires faster than any of them. So the pros is it's fast. The cons is it's not portable. Basically, it's just going to sit in your garage and it's just going to be used at home. When it comes to the Cobalt, the pros are it's cheap and it's portable. And the other thing I do like about it is you can set the target PSI that you want. So it's like, say if I want to air these up to 35, I'm just going to put this target PSI at 35. And then when you hit run, it'll basically just keep running until you hit 35 PSI. That is what's really nice about the Cobalt. It's just really, really slow. When it comes to the ARB compressor, the pros are it's got a really good reputation. They are made to be hard mounted right into your vehicle, which is nice. I believe you can use them freestanding as well. The con is they are quite expensive for just a small unit. You know, it fills up my 38s decently quick, but a dual one would be a lot faster. And then when it comes to the Gobege one, like I said, this is $159. I have a feeling it's probably going to be able to keep up with the ARB one. However, I think it's going to be significantly faster than the Cobalts and then not nearly as fast as the home unit. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the Jeep fired up. We're going to get all these things plugged in, ready to go. And then I'm going to get my wife out here. We're going to hit the on switch all at the same time and see which one's the fastest. Oh, it's so weird. It sits so low now. So we got the Jeep running now. Like I said, the ARB is hard mounted to the battery. The Gobege is got the alligator clips going to the battery. The Cobalt is plugged into the wall. You can also plug this into a cigarette lighter as well if you wanted to. And then obviously the Husky is plugged into the wall. So I do have my lovely wife out here to help me out with this project, just because we want to try to get all these started around the same time. So she's going to be working over on this side. So she's going to, when I say go, we're going to flip this switch on the Gobege one. And then she's going to run down to there where the ARB is plugged in, and she's going to start holding that switch down so that one will start inflating. At the same time, I'm going to be over on this side. I'm going to hit start on the Cobalt, and then I'm going to run over there and start inflating with the Husky. And on 3, 1, 2, 3, go. So I figure we'll record for maybe 3 to 5 minutes, just because these are aired all the way down to 0 PSI. And the one I'm on right now is going to fill up the fastest. Those other ones are going to take a while. I figure we'll go to the 2-minute mark here and then we'll stop. Three, 2, 1, stop. These ones actually did pretty good over here. That Cobalt one is like still on the ground. It is so slow. But yeah, these ones in 2 minutes, they filled up pretty decently quick. So the Husky probably filled up the fastest, just because, 2 minutes in, and we'll go ahead and check the PSIs. All right, so this is the Husky, and we're at 15.5 PSI. This one's gonna be at nothing. This is at 3.5. And let's see how the Gobege and the ARB did. The Gobege's at 8.5. Yep, 8.5. Let's see where we are with the ARB. 7.5. 7.5. So in just 2 minutes, the Husky did 15.5 PSI from 0. The Cobalt did 3.5 PSI. The Gobege did 8.5 PSI, and the ARB did 7.5 PSI. So without question, the home one, the 20-gallon one, we knew that was going to be the fastest. But yeah, the Gobege, second place at 8.5 PSI in 2 minutes. And then shortly, just behind that is the ARB at 7.5. So we're going to fill them up for another 2 minutes. We've already established that the big Husky one is the fastest, so we're going to just hold off on that one, and we're going to concentrate on these two over here. I'm done with my lovely assistant. Okay. You can go back inside now. Pick up right where we left off with the Gobege and the ARB. Let's get to it. We got 2 minutes on the clock, so that's where we stop. We're going to hit start again, and then we're going to start these two and get going. All right, everybody, we're at the 5-minute mark. We're gonna take a look and see where we're at PSI wise. All right, so the ARB, we're at 23. No, you guys can barely see that, but 23 PSI for the ARB. And for the Gobege, we are at also 23 PSI. Yep, 23. So after 5 minutes of fill time, going from literally nothing, 0 PSI, after 5 minutes, these things are dead even. 23 PSI here, 23 PSI here. Big difference is $159, $325. This can be hard mounted. This is a little bit bigger. Maybe you could hard mount it. I mean, it's got holes in the plates here where you could probably put it somewhere, but it is going to be a little bit larger, so it might be harder to find a spot to actually get that in somewhere. But, you know, for the price, I mean, this $159 product is keeping up with this $325 product, you know, neck and neck. You know what, just for fun, let's fire the Jeep back up. Let's let the compressors run for another minute or two, just so I get a full time of how long it actually takes to get all my tires up to about 30, 33 PSI. All right, so we're at the 5-minute mark right now. We're gonna hit start again and then get both compressors going again. One of the things you guys might notice is with the Gobege one, you basically hook it up to the tire and you flip a switch and you can pretty much walk away. With the ARB one, you gotta hook it up, and then with the hose that I have, you actually gotta hold down this nozzle. There might be different ones, like different hoses that you can get, but the one I have, you have to hold it down. So it's been a full 7 minutes for the Gobege and the ARB compressor, inflating these tires from absolutely nothing to where they are right now. Let's see where they're at. $32.5. So 32.5 for the ARB. $32.5. All right, so there you have it, guys. 7 minutes, 2 seconds, going from 0 PSI to 32.5 PSI with the Gobege and the ARB compressor. Like I said, they're both really good compressors. Like I said, this one I've had for years. It's been working great for me. It's twice the amount of money. This one I just got. It's time will tell how well it works. But you know, for 150 bucks, you can literally buy 2 of these for the price of that. So if you guys are in the market for a good air compressor, I think this Gobege one, bang for the buck. You know, it's keeping up with this ARB one that's double the price. I would, you know, highly recommend getting this one. So what do you guys think? Do you think the ARB is still worth the $325, or do you think it's a better option just to go with something like this? Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for checking it out, and we will catch you guys in the next one.